What up, guys? Welcome to episode 79 of Fresh Off the Mats, here with the Jiu-Jitsu Joes.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm trying to learn a little bit of self-control on the
I'm
mic.
so proud of you.
Shut the fuck
You
up.
shut up. So aggressive all the time. I was giving you a compliment.
You got something on your head. No. Like, what is that?
Ow!
It's on your hair. That glue? What was that?
I don't know.
Ew. It's white and sticky.
Oh.
That's some nut.
It was the...
That's nut, bro.
It's not.
You nutted on your own head.
What's it
You
called?
left a little nut circle.
Nope. The...
Nutty McNutterson. The Nutty Professor.
It's the breakout stuff.
The breakout stuff?
You put it on like a pimple or something.
What are you talking about?
You need to live with it. Does that... Ask Danielle about them. They're like invisible things. I found it out because of my wife. And then my sister also uses them.
You put stuff on your pimples?
Yeah, it's like this little thing. It will cover it.
What? Are you a fucking supermodel? Why do you care?
So it doesn't scar.
You know what I
and
do
so
when I
don't
get a
pick
pimple? I pop it and I rub rubbing alcohol on it.
Is rubbing
To clean it
alcohol your solution to
Yeah.
everything? So it's not
Yeah.
it's not Windex, it's rubbing alcohol.
Rubbing
for you.
alcohol is the cure-all. I got a cut, rubbing alcohol. I got mat burn, rubbing alcohol. Got a pimple, you pop that shit till it bleeds, and then you rub rubbing alcohol just to clean that
You're
son
gonna
of
go
a
to
bitch
doctor
out.
one day. He's gonna be like, "So you have cancer?" He'll be like, "Oh, so I just got to drink rubbing alcohol."
Yeah. Slice that bitch open, pour some rubbing alcohol, and then clean it out.
Like,
Imagine if that was the cure. They just inject rubbing alcohol into the
they
cancer
just
cell.
thought it was just too invasive, so they wouldn't do it. I'm sure they've tested it. I'm sure they were like,
I'm
just
sure
pour some
they
alcohol in that bitch, see what happens.
Yeah.
Cancer cells just sitting there like, "Ooh, it's party."
It morphs to a morphing Power Ranger. Morphing cancer cell.
Oh my god,
Man.
bitch! You know what sucks? I don't have a table. I can't knock any of your stuff down anymore. I was thinking about that for the last podcast.
To knock stuff down.
Yeah, unless I like tilt your chair
'Cause you're a
because you're
child.
heavy. I am a child. I don't give a fuck.
Don't tilt my chair. If you hurt my leg, I'll hurt you.
How if you have a hurt leg?
Crawl.
Like a scary movie.
I'll crawl to you. Like a zombie.
What would
Things
you
that
do?
Crawl, things
in a
that crawl
zombie?
are more scary.
What? So how many zombie things have you seen? Like you play, like obviously
I
you play
love
like
zombie
okay.
stuff.
So what zombie?
The runners.
Oh, okay.
The runners. Bro, if they're slow zombies, we all have a chance. We could manage if it's just hordes of slow zombies. If they're runners like 28 days later, we're all fucked.
Dude, that movie. The
We
first time I saw
all
it, I was like, "Are
fucked.
these vampire zombies? Is that like the baseline of that? Are they vampire zombies?"
No, from what I remember, again, I haven't seen that movie. I think it came out in like 04,
Yeah, it's
05.
an old ass movie.
I think that wasn't it monkeys? They were testing with monkeys, and
Some
then the
shit.
blood got
Yeah.
into one of them. I don't know. But if they're running zombies, we're all fucked. Because what are you gonna do?
So
What are you gonna do?
I saw this Reddit thing, and a guy was talking about. He was just like, "I don't understand why people are so afraid of zombies." He goes, "You understand that you got to last like maybe at best a month because it's decaying flesh." So he's like, "It would smell horrible." He's like, "What you need to worry about is disease because the zombies themselves." He was like, "They should die out." He's like, "You just have to stay sheltered."
Yeah, but then the
be
zombie's
secure.
gonna eat other zombies.
That doesn't keep them alive.
It's still.
It's just that it can eat dead flesh, but it's going to die because he's saying like
I don't
with the
know.
decay of the bones and the
Because
and
even in The
flesh,
Walking
it's
Dead,
just
they
gonna
had
drop.
skeletons, like zombies that were like basically just the skin and like the bone. Like they had like their flesh and
But
they
yeah,
just-
that's for a movie. But they were saying like in a realistic scenario for a zombie, the muscles decay because you're dead. That's
Yeah.
like the whole baseline is it's dead.
I like how people are like, oh my God, all the graves will overflow. I was like, all those bodies have been deteriorating over the years. There's nothing but dust in a lot of those. You're not going to get a dead body from 100 years ago. You're going to get bodies from like the last like couple of years, maybe what, 2-3 years?
At best, dude,
Yeah.
because you got to think of all the bugs that you think those things are really fucking airtight. Like a bug is going to get in, dude. Rocks
Yeah.
aren't fucking weatherproof, bro. Like you think your
And
casket
caskets
is?
are wood. They're just going to deteriorate. over time.
Exactly. Like it's going to be eaten through whatever's there. Like come
It's
on.
going to be scary in the beginning. But
That's why the guy, the dude on the Reddit page was just like, last 30 days. He goes, if you can last a month,
yeah.
he's like, now the issue is the people who have disease, like me with asthma. He's like, I'll be fucked because the second albuterol is gone, if I have an asthma attack, I was like, what am I going to do? So I
That's
think,
true.
Sit there, like,
I don't know. If they're regular walking zombies, it's going to be okay. If they're runners, bro.
have you ever played Left 4 Dead?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So like the witch.
Wait, which one was Left 4 Dead?
Left 4 Dead is a team
That's
of
the
4.
mall? No, I'm thinking of Dead Rising. Where the guys in the
you're
mall.
thinking no. Left 4 Dead is like you're a team of 4, and like they had like the tank, the Witcher, the one that screams,
Yeah.
and then they had like a spitter zombie, the explosive one, and all that. So
That's another thing. Are they just regular zombies? Are they mutant zombies? Are they like, I don't know. I think we have a probability of them just being regular zombies, but if they start to mutate and like they're fucking all types of like jacked ones, spitting
Jesus.
ones, and acid ones.
imagine Arnold as a zombie.
Yeah, dude, no. Yeah. Yeah, no.
Who's that guy you're talking about yesterday? The CrossFit dude.
Rich Froning.
Imagine him as a zombie, bro. He's able to run.
He's going to be jacked as fuck.
Tackles
be-
you. Rah!
Burpee and biting people for time, dude. He's gonna be
a zombie.
He's gonna be the
still
leaderboard,
competing,
yeah. He's gonna be a CrossFit zombie.
He's over here cleaning,
Fuck.
jerking a body, bro.
Clean and jerking and body, fucking. God damn! I hope Rich Froning never becomes a zombie. That'd be scary as fuck.
shit would
He'd be
suck
too
so
strong.
It'd be ridiculous.
He'd be too strong, dude.
Bro. There's a new game coming out. I forget what it's called. I think that There Will Be Kings or something like that, or My Kings or some shit like that. But it's so as a kid, I don't know if you've ever thought about this, like going back in like medieval days, like with
I
a
don't
gun
wanna
or
do
something.
that.
You never
No.
thought about that?
Oh, to go back for like a few minutes?
Be like, oh no, if I went to the war zone, like imagine the war zone, but with like a 50 cal.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's all fine and dandy until they start shooting arrows at you. Are you good at dodging arrows? I'm
You'd
not.
have a 50 cal.
And what does that mean if there's a fucking sky of arrows coming at you?
That's true, but you still have a 50 cal. But
Yeah.
anyway, this new game coming out.
Is it like that? You go to
It's the time traveler, bro. So it's
fuck.
like an RTS city builder. So you'll build up your own base and all that in the medieval times.
Mhm.
I don't know how the game plays out though, because there's a part where like, if you see the trailer, they time travel. And like it's this guy, he's riding in the back of a truck, and then you're in the middle of a battlefield. He's just running people over, bro. And there's a guy on the back of the fucking big ass 50 cal. He's running all these knights over. And then he gets out and starts popping people with pistols. I was like, this guy made the game of everyone's like childhood dream. Well, apparently not everyone. You
if
saw it.
if that happens, it's basically game over for everybody.
I don't
Because
know.
as archaic as we look at that, somebody 2,000 years from now is going to come back with some plasma rifle, and they're going to be like, "Oh, you're 50 cal? That's like fucking arrows back in the day." They're going to fucking
did you
vaporize
see,
us all.
so it's now us, the UK. Oh, there was 2 or 3 other countries on there. I think it was Iran, maybe. I think Russia has one too, but we've all developed like laser cannons on our
fuck.
ships.
But that's what I'm saying is like, if we develop time travel now, that means that chronologically time travel exists in the future then, because we invented it now, which means those motherfuckers going to come back and destroy us. They look at us with our 50 cals and laser cannons. They're gonna be like, this is prehistoric
If
shit.
they want to come back.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you? We're thinking about going back to going to kill people with arrows. You think they won't want to come face people with
But there's
50
there's
cals?
nothing fun here. What are you going to do here?
There's nothing fun about medieval times. I don't want to go back to when you had to wipe your ass with a leaf.
Sponge.
Sponge,
They're
whatever.
using-
Oh, God.
They're using sponges,
Think
but
of
like
how
the Roman era.
unsanitary it was.
No, you
Oh
want to talk
my
about
God.
unsanitary? I saw this post.
Bro, you would eat ass back in the day, and you would definitely lick their fucking shit out their
They
butthole.
probably wouldn't.
They probably would. Bro, you don't think people were sucking dicks back then and eating pussy or licking buttholes? People were still putting their mouths on things, dude.
That's true.
You're going to suck some old sweaty knight's dick after he's been riding horseback for the last 4 days to get to you?
I'm not a slave.
Bro,
Some random slave girl.
then you
dude.
got to put this hot, sweaty night dick in your mouth and suck it to completion?
Why are you? The
Oh
way
my
you are?
God.
Why are you
The
way you are?
saltiest, the most
You're screaming in
disgusting,
the mic again.
creamy, fucking 4-day-old, horseback-ridden nut you've ever swallowed. Gross, dude. That's fucking gross. You're a disgusting
Why are
human.
you saying I'm a disgusting human?
This is your fantasy.
It's not.
You want to go back in time.
That's not what I said. You
Oh
fucking
my God.
psychopath.
Imagine, like, I like hair on a vagina, but can you imagine a medieval chick's hair?
Feel to
That shit's got to be like Rapunzel down there.
that you do.
She opens her legs, it's just fucking
They had
braided.
razor blades.
Yeah, but you can only go so close.
There's no difference with razor blades.
I
They
am
had
Sir
razor-
Gillette, and I bring you the Mach 1 with one razor blade.
Mike, it's gonna come out muffle again.
I am Sir Gillette, the one who started Gillette razor blades. One blade is all you need.
I actually switched to a one blade, and they are better.
Fuck out of here, dude. No way.
I get no. So
I'm a 5-blade guy.
I used to get all the ingrown hairs all throughout my neck because I mean it's also in the Marine Corps. We had to shave against the grain every day, so that doesn't help. But that caused.
Why do they make you shave against it?
Because it's the cleanest shave.
I never shave against it.
Dude, every day for 5 years.
If it gets wild, I buzz it down to like a 1 or a 0, and then I shave just a little.
Every day. Let you miss, like you see these little ones like right here. Yeah. Let you miss it, especially like right here. That's the usual miss, right by the Adam's apple. Let you miss one, dude. You're gonna get fucked up for it.
This is why I would never join the armed forces.
It's like the dumb things they focus on, which is also why retention rates are so low.
Does that make you shoot better?
No, it doesn't.
If you have one.
Well, you know what their excuse is? Attention to detail. If you can't pay attention to details like that, how can you pay attention to detail on the road when the ID is hidden by a little wire?
I get it.
So it's like, that's the reasoning. I get it, but it's also like,
it's a little much.
The stress that they put onto it is just like, all right, it doesn't.
Do they have safe rooms now in the Marine Corps?
No, that's not a thing. That's just like how everyone talks about stress cards and all that. That's not a thing, dude.
Stress cards? What's that?
It's been like a rumor. I don't know how fucking long now, because I was hearing about it when I was in high school about stress cards. So it was a rumor that you can pull out this card during like boot camp or something and you say you're stressed, and then you don't get IT'd or you don't get messed with for a certain period of time. It's not true. It's like I said, I've heard it since I was in high school, and apparently people were hearing it prior to that. They're just not a thing. And it still goes on to this day where they're like you'll see all the old heads talk about, I heard that there are stress cards in the boot camp. No, there's not, dumbass. Like fucking, you can literally go ask anyone that's active. Not a thing.
If you're getting yelled at and you pulled out a stress card, you should quit whatever you're doing. It's not meant for you.
We had a dude who went into the fetal position 6 times during boot camp.
6 times?
He ended up getting kicked out, I think like 6 months to a year later out of the Marine Corps. Pissed me off that he got his EGA because he didn't deserve
it. It just means you're not meant for it. Just let it go. You're not meant for it.
You have to also remember, no matter what, you signed a contract. The government wants to get their money out of you. They sent you there. They need to get theirs out of you.
There should be a prerequisite. There should be like pre-boot camp, and then you sign a contract.
So your recruiters are supposed to do that. That's what recruiting is for. And then there's something called the DEP, which is the delayed entry program. That is the time frame prior to you actually shipping off to boot camp. Mm-hmm. And in that time, your recruiter is supposed to be questioning you. They're in constant contact with you every month. You have to go in. You're doing physical fitness tests. Like, you are supposed to be going through some sort of like screening process
prior to.
But just like anything else in the world, people slip through. So like, what can you do about the slip throughs? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, that's true. I guess you're going to find your way through the
track. Like there's always going to be that one. There's going to be that one recruiter who doesn't want to do models. It. Oh, Jesus Christ.
She's a fat fitness, what'd she say? Fitness coach. Yeah.
Fitness coach, dude.
That shit bothered me so much.
Well, dude, Mac and I were like legitimately pissed off about it, bro. We saw that, I think it was a few months ago.
You diminish the hard work people have put in and stuff when you do shit like that, because you're claiming like, to be a fitness coach, you have to do all this background work first and then get the title of fitness coach. What she's doing is, I'm a fat fitness coach, and then I'm going to put in the work. And then she puts in the work.
Yeah, like she's getting the clout because of social media, and people are going to follow her because she lost someone. One, weight loss isn't hard. Like I tell people that all the time.
But weight loss doesn't make you a fitness coach.
Like it doesn't, and that's where I think a lot of people have.
People are in comas and they lose a lot of weight in a coma.
That's what I'm saying. Like losing weight's not.
Can you imagine coming out of a coma and being like, "I am now an influencer. I am a fitness coach."
Bro, I guarantee you could.
I lost 100 pounds in 3 months.
Yeah, because you were on a diet of fucking liquid. But it's this whole concept, dude. Like we've talked about like where people want to get the finished product and then put in work. That's like that's not how that works. But when it comes to like this fitness coach chick, dude. One, I also hated seeing other trainers, like she'll post other trainers that support her. And I'm like, dude, one dude who posted saying he supports her, you can tell he's roided out. Skin is terrible. Yeah. Like he's roided out. And I'm like, you can't support her if you can't even figure out how to do it. Not saying you can't be a coach, not natural. Like I know plenty of people that are great coaches because it doesn't diminish education.
That makes me mad too when like you see these like super jacked, roided out guys, and they're like, I'm a fitness coach. And a part of me feels like your job is to make people believe the lie that they will get there one day through nutrition and diet and exercise.
Yes.
But they'll never get to the point because they're not being honest that there's outside factors.
And that's where they need to admit. And that's why, like, I don't understand when you do steroids, why not admit it? Like, if I ever get put on test, I'll tell people like, oh yeah, I'm on test. Like, because I don't want it.
Like Tom DeBlass.
Yeah, I don't want it to come up out of nowhere and people be like, oh, everything he's doing is a lie. Because it's not, because I still put in the work prior.
Yeah.
And then if I did do it, it's most likely, if I'm ever on test, it's not because I just wanted a juice. It's going to be medically I needed it.
But also, it's honest to people that like you're training.
Yes.
Because it says, okay, yes, I am putting in a lot of hard work, diet, and nutrition, but there is
something that is helpful.
You can get to a certain level, but like when you're seeing a guy like who has shoulders like this, he has a 38 pack. He's shredded as hell. He has veins coming up from his penis, from his shorts. There's veins growing out of his shorts. Bro, you are on something aside from just the regular. You walk around
like you have a constant pump, bro. Like there is a flat body. They're like, meaning like when you're not working out, like you just. I can go to the gym, work out. I'll have a massive pump. My veins will pop out. Like I'll look very shredded and lean.
Yeah.
And then I'll go home an hour later and it flattens out.
Yeah, flattens out.
It's like you look. No, I'll still. It's not like I'll walk around like, oh, and someone will be like, oh, look, he's not in shape. Like, no, you'll still see me and be like, oh yeah, he's in shape.
That's an in shape person. Yeah.
But there's a difference between you're just consistently shredded and like, yo, come on, dude. Just again, if you're taking something, admit it.
Just
there is no issue. And plus, that's also going to attract people more to you because, like, if let's say I want to get into bodybuilding, right? And I'm not in the natural competition. I don't want a coach who is natural because he's not going to know the proper cycling and he's not going to know the proper people to talk to. He's not going to know about the hormone regulation, what to check for blood work and all of that. Those are coaches that, because they also most likely participated in taking stuff, that when you go to them, they are already educated on.
Yeah.
It's like the fat fitness coach. Like, listen, you can have an education. Go to school, educate yourself, go to seminars, educate, buy the certifications, educate. But if you don't know how to apply it to yourself, how are you going to apply it to someone else? That is my biggest gripe with that is like, you can be smart, but how can you also apply it? If you can't do it yourself, if I can't lose the weight, how can I go to you and be like, yes, go work out, go track your food, go eat right. You need to go train, get 8 hours of sleep.
Well, that's what I thought about. I was like, can you imagine let's say you're a person who's not out of shape, but like, you let yourself go a little bit and you show up to a gym and they're like, this is your trainer, Kelly. And Kelly is 320 pounds. And she's like, I'm your fitness coach. And it's like, wait a minute. I have like 20, 30 pounds to lose. You got like 200 pounds to lose. How are you my coach? Like, it's kind of like a mockery. It's a joke.
It doesn't diminish my education.
Bro,
it doesn't, but it's not just, and that's the thing. Because so I see like, a bunch, obviously a lot of like these, I guess, influencers as well, like the entrepreneur influencers. A lot of them do talk about this, but it is true where so many people will over-educate themselves versus just pulling the trigger.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you just need to go pull the trigger and go do it.
I gotta do more research. How much research you do?
Just go do it. Like keep it simple, knock it out. Once you lose the weight and you show like, yes, cool, you lost 20, 30 pounds. Again, not diminishing the 20, 30 pound loss, but that's not.
But that doesn't make you a fitness professional.
One, if you came from being extremely overweight, it is very easy to drop that weight. Yeah. Like you start working out more and you just, bro, I had a client one time.
Cutting out soda, I dropped 20 pounds so fast.
I was just about to say it. I had a client, she cut out soda, dropped 30 pounds.
Yeah.
All I didn't change her diet, didn't say anything. I was like, and not even cut out soda.
That doesn't make her a fitness professional because she dropped 30 pounds.
She'll recommend people to me all the time still. But I literally just had her go from normal soda to diet. That was it. You know how many people also try to crucify me? They're like, oh, you're making her drink diet soda. No, she wants soda. I want her to lose weight and get healthier.
Yeah.
You know what she now does? Rarely drinks diet soda.
If you tell her zero soda, she's just going to sneak it.
Yeah. I'm like, no, go drink diet soda. I actually just had a conversation with one of my other clients yesterday, and I loved it when she told me this. She gave me a quick update. She had a friend where she was just like, what'd she say? Her friend was telling her how she just hired a coach, and the coach has her every single day an hour on the Stairmaster, which isn't bad, but it obviously depends on the goals. I don't know this girl's goals, but she was saying she's not happy about having to do an hour every single day, 7 days a week. She's not used to that. Now she also, every day, he wrote a specific meal plan for her, and she was like, I don't like grapefruit and I don't like this, But he's like, no, you need to eat the grapefruit. First thought in my head, I was like, why does she need grapefruit? Well, if you want the multivitamins or like the nutrients from it, go eat a different fruit.
Yeah.
Like find something you like. And that's what she started telling me. She goes, I'm so thankful for you because you don't force me to do anything. Like for the longest,
Like I don't like kale.
Yeah,
if I want a green, I'll eat spinach.
exactly.
I'll eat broccoli,
I'm not gonna, if I worked with
but
you,
I'm not
you're
going
like,
to eat
bro,
kale.
like, hey, you should have kale, and you're like, I don't like kale. Like, okay, well then here's other options. I'm not gonna be like, no, you need to eat kale. Like, no. The only thing I tell people, if you're working with me, you're tracking your macros. I want to see, because one, I need to see those numbers. If I can see you at least put that effort in, I know that you're doing something.
Mhm.
And then if your weight doesn't drop or anything like that, I can then dial back in and be like, hey, you're saying you're hitting it.
What's up?
Yeah, what's happening? If you're hitting your numbers, but nothing's changing physique or weight wise,
Yeah.
I know somewhere there's a lie.
It's just, I don't know. There's these like little lies people tell themselves. Like it's always like, oh, I'm not losing weight because muscle weighs more than fat. It's just, and like I get it. I understand, but I also like, really, you're 300 pounds. You tell me you put on 20 pounds of muscle and replace 20 pounds of fat.
Yeah, dude.
But all your clothes fit exactly the same.
Also, all the water weight, bro. Like,
Stop,
I don't know if you saw my
dude.
story yesterday. One of my other clients, she posted up her photo, so I ended up sharing it. She's only down 9 pounds. Now today, she sent me a message. She's down 10 pounds. I was like, hell yeah, that's awesome. But I also tell people, don't get too excited. I want to see the average for the drop of 10. But either way, besides the point, you can look at her photo. It'll look like, if you look at her, it looks like she lost like 15, 20
Yeah,
pounds.
because it's different shape.
But she's only lost 9. That
But
is
it
muscle
shows
versus
more.
fat.
Yeah, that's muscle
And
versus
but
fat.
it also took weeks.
Yeah.
You'll see people post up, be like, "Oh, I just lost 20 pounds, but like everything's changing, and I've been at this for 2 weeks." Like, dude,
Stop,
bro.
Just,
like, it doesn't happen that fast. And if it is, you're crash dieting, and have fun when you double it back up, because like it's not sustainable either, dude. Like,
it's just a lot of lies in the fitness industry,
and it's so frustrating.
It's so frustrating because everybody naturally wants that quick fix. People are trying to find the quickest way possible. So that's why they latch on to these fads. And they don't work.
Bro, you know what I tell people too? Bro, give 100% effort for 8 to 12 weeks.
Yeah.
And then after that, you can literally write it out at 70-30 or 80-20.
Yeah.
Literally, you give 100% effort for 8 to 12 weeks. That is literally just 3 months.
Dude.
3 months of 100% direct effort. And I promise you, after that, you can live an 80-20 lifestyle. You can go out to eat, have fun, vacation, do whatever, and be on point the rest of the time. And you're good.
I'm going to check this lady's Instagram, this fat fitness lady's Instagram.
Donuts will make you mad.
I'm going to check it in 3 years, and I'm going to see if she's still doing it. I'm almost could guarantee.
Like I said, I saw her like 6 months ago, dude. She
Yeah.
doesn't look any different from when I last saw her, and it was that video too.
She's going to, in 3 years, she will look exactly the same because I could already see the mental weakness that you don't want to put the time, work, and effort in, but you want the clout. So you make videos and you make posts like this. And then when she starts to have to be accountable for all the stuff she's saying she's going to do, watch. I guarantee you she either stops posting or she looks exactly the same, because I don't think someone like that is mentally tough. If you're going to try to get clout without putting in the work in, you're not mentally tough.
You know what also pissed me off is that she insulted the people that are in shape.
Yeah.
When she tried to pull out that challenge, like,
Yeah.
so you're literally mad because the other people that are fitness coaches as well are fit.
Yeah.
And now you want to call them out because you are carrying all that extra weight, which naturally is going to help build up strength. That's why you see all these strong men. They're not the most leanest people ever. They're huge most of the time. I'm sorry. I also hate that too. Like, I personally don't like
Plus,
that.
you're deadlifting. When you're super fat, guess what your legs have to walk around with all day? Weight.
That's
So
what
you're
I
going to have
mean.
strong legs if
That's
you
what
fat.
I mean. It's the
I
same
think the
thing.
reason I have strong legs is because I was fat
Bro,
back
you'll
in the
see
day.
people when they squat like 500 pounds, and I'm like, yeah, you're 300. Like,
Yeah.
I would hope so.
I would hope
it's
so.
different when I'm 160 and I squat 300
That's more
pounds. There's a
impressive.
fucking difference. Like, I don't carry that weight, bro.
Guys, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next week for episode 80.
Be honest,
Be honest.
please.